US30 and US100 both enjoyed the holiday yesterday and traded in the futures market, traded with a slightly bullish bias, now trading at 34 to 30 and 11,880. So where is the highs? Are they peaked or we can still expect them to rise? Which position we should take in order to profit? We will see with the help of charts and indicators. Missing on to subscribe this channel is missing on the profit. So do like, share, subscribe and comment. Do press the bell icon. Let's start. First we'll look into NASDAQ 100 and then we'll follow with Dow Jones. Do watch till the end. Do listen to it carefully. Do note down the levels and yes, do press the bell icon. Now look at the early charts on NASDAQ 100. Potentially it is appears that it may give you a bullish bearish move, but then see 11,880 providing it a very good support and then 11,860. So those who want to take a safe entry should only sell below 11,860 levels. Below 11,860, yes, you can expect it to drop for 11,820, 800 level, and the upside 11,900 is certainly a very good resistance. Beyond 11,900, consider this as bullish here. Now below 11,860, what to expect? I will expect it to come back till towards this zone. This is little far, but yes, achievable. 750, 710. If not today, potentially tomorrow or next week, we can expect these levels. Directional movement trying to cross over. So sell. Stochastic looking downwards. The MACD on the early charts is divergent and bearish. The RSI is looking downwards. And if you look at the 2-hour charts, on the 2-hour charts too, the movement is slightly skewed on the downside. However, look at this. If you connect this, you will find higher highs, higher lows, and yes, this also makes 11,850, 860 is a very good level for you to take a sell entry. So below 11,860, you can expect a little drop, but then I will say now 11,850 you can sell, but then expect 11,800, 11,800 is a good support, 750 is a good support, and then 700 levels to be seen. 11,750, 700, now it is going to be maximum support zone. Directional movement moderately bullish, stochastic looking downwards. The MACD has crossed over for a sell. This is divergent, this is bearish. RSI is looking downwards. And if you look at the 3-hour chart, similarly on the 3-hour charts, you will find, yes, 11,800 is achievable on the 3-hour charts. So yes, you can sell here at 11,850, expect 11,800, 750, 700 as the targets, and buy levels is only above 11,900. Directional movement bullish, stochastic looking downwards, MACD trying to converge crossover for a sell, RSI looking downwards. And if you look at the 4-hour charts, likewise on the 4-hour charts, potentially. Now look at another observation on the 4-hour charts. Lower highs, higher lows. It has given a breakout. This is the first candle. Once it draws below 11,850, certainly we can expect it a little drop for 11,800, and then below levels can be expected. Now below 11,850, see, it is trying to breach this, and hence this should be a very good entry for you to stay short for 11,820, 800, and then on the downside I will look forward to 750 and 720, 700 zone, which is going to be certainly very, very good support. Directional movement divergent and bullish. Stochastic was extremely overbought and it has to look downwards. It is looking downwards on the 4-hour chart. The MACD is bullish here, trying to converge. RSI is also looking downwards. And if you look at the daily charts, now look at the daily charts and look at the candle size. The candle size has certainly diminished. Yes, the market was closed, however, potentially and yes, even if it tries to rise 11,920, certainly be a good resistance. Beyond that, you can expect a good rise. So if it breaks beyond 11,920, you can expect it to rise for 11,950, 12,000 levels. And on the downside below 11,850, you can expect it to drop. So in between 11,850 and 920, 70 points, do not trade. Directional movement divergent and bullish. Stochastic is extremely overbought. The MACD is divergent and bullish. The RSI is looking at the top here. So probably it has seen the highs, but yes, it is still got a scope. So yes, if it trades beyond 11,920, you can certainly take a buy position there and expect it to rise a little. Below 11,850, it is good to remain short on NASDAQ 100, and potentially we can see a good drop. 11,750, 800, 750, 700. See, 700, 720 zone is something which I think is going to provide it a maximum support, and below that 11,660. If these levels are taken, then 11,500, which is going to be the next maximum support. If not today, potentially for next week also, we need to be careful of these levels. So take your trades accordingly. Trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Yes. And now let's have a look at Dow Jones. And yes, if you want to learn this art of trading profitably, you should join my mentorship batch. The last mentorship batch of this year 2022 is going to start on 28th of November. Only couple of seats are left. Reserve your seats now. reach out to me for more details. My Telegram and email IDs are mentioned in the channel and video description. Also, you can be part of my signals group where you can trade as per the signals and definitely you can benefit. Now look at the hourly charts here. On the hourly charts, lower highs, higher lows here. Potentially once it draws below 34,200, you can take a sell entry below 34,200. Expect 34,150, 100. See, this is the first target here, and below 34,100, it can potentially come back till towards the 34,000, 34,050 levels. Below that, a good drop can be expected. Directional movement moderately bullish. Bearish stochastic looking downwards. The MACD is divergent and bearish. RSI is looking downwards. And if you look at the 2-hour charts, on the 2-hour charts, so similarly you can find out, see, third or fourth red candle in straight line. However, it is just cooling down the indicators a bit. Once it drops or once it trades beyond 34,300, certainly more bullishness to be seen. So in between 200 and 300, do not trade. Very clear. Below 200, 150, 100, 1000, and then below that 34,000, 33,950 is something we can look forward to. Directional movement moderately bullish, stochastic looking downward. The MACD is divergent and bearish. It is looking downwards. It is potentially trading with a bearish note. RSI is looking downwards here. And if you look at the 3-hour charts, similar is the observation on the 3-hour charts. Just connecting from here, you will find out 34,200 should be a good support, and 34,100, 34,000 levels will come into picture. Below that, a good drop cannot be denied. Directional movement is bullish trying to converge. Stochastic looking downward. The MACD has crossed over. This is divergent and bearish looking downwards. RSI looking downwards, indicating little overbought levels, and potentially a little drop cannot be denied, and a rise beyond 34,300 can be expected. So only buy entry below 34,300. A sell position below 34,200 can be taken, but still do not consider this as bearish. Till 34,100, 050 zone, only below 34,000 we can expect it expected to trade little bearish. Directional movement bullish trying to converge. Stochastic taking a fall from the overbought levels. The MACD is trying to cross over for a sell. RSI was overbought and cooling down a bit here. And if you look at the daily charts, now look at the daily charts. See, on the daily charts, the previous candle was a candle of indecision. You can see this is doji candle. And on the upside, even if it tries to form higher highs there, 34,300, 320 should be a good resistance. Potentially once it breaks below the lows there for the previous day, it is going to indicate that it is trying to reverse. So below 34,200, certainly a little more bearishness for 34,150, 100, 34,050, 34,000 levels can be expected. 34,000 is the level I will look forward to. Below that, you can expect a very good drop. Directional movement is bullish trying to convert. The stochastic is overbought here. Now looking, potentially we may see it to cross over for a sell, but let's see, not showing any signs of drop as of now. Now see the MACD is trading at plus 500, above 500 levels, and you can find out it did take a crossover but hardly showed any sign of bearishness. But see, it is not in fact showing the signs of bullishness there, and hence whenever it tries to converge from here and look downward, this may bring you very strong drop. Now why these levels are dangerous there? See, this was the time when it traded below minus 500 and we saw a good pullback. Now this is the time it is trading beyond 34,500 plus 500 levels. This is the time for a good pullback on the downside. Now these are a very extreme levels. We have seen it rarely in the times of extreme bullishness. You can find out this was the time. The only time which it saw beyond plus 500 levels was just after the pandemic drop, and then it rose to those levels, and till since then in the last 2 years we have not seen such a levels, and hence potentially it is looking forward to a good drop. So trade with caution on the buy side, trade with the stop loss, trade with the trailing stop loss. So sell below 34,200, buy above 34,300. And on the upside, if you are taking a positional trade, you need to be cautious there. Trade accordingly, trade profitably, trade with a stop loss, trade with a trailing stop loss. Look at this here. Why 34,300 is important, why the double top is important. Please observe this, trade accordingly. Thank you very much. Have a great profitable trading day ahead. Thank you.